Hey folks, Gary here. Happy Wednesday morning to you. Boy, I hope your day is starting off just fantastic. What a great day to be alive. Every day is a good day when we walk with the Lord. It truly is. Now, we've been going through a series of becoming like Jesus, right? Because we know that Jesus revealed to us who the Father is. Remember, Philip asked that question, show us the Father. And Jesus said, if you've seen me, you've seen him. He was a revelation to us of the character of our Father in heaven, because Jesus is God as well. Jesus is the Son of God. And so he's a revelation of who our Father in heaven is. And of course, we also know from Scripture that we are to be imitators of Christ. We are to follow his example. We are to do the things he did. We are to be imitators of him so that we can also be a revelation to this world of who Jesus is because of our character and what we do. Now, we've got to admit that there's a lot of times when we're a poor reflection of Jesus, which is really too bad. But we want to do our best to do that. We want to do our best to become like Jesus in that way. And so, for this Sunday, we talked about Jesus growing in maturity, growing in stature, and growing in wisdom, so that he would gain favor with man and with his Father. And so when we read that sounds really kind of weird, that Jesus would grow, right? That Jesus would grow in stature and grow in wisdom, because he's the Son of God. It's like, when we read Scripture, like we read about Jesus being born in a manger, we read about that, the Christmas story, and it seems like, boom, right after that, he's 30 years old, right? He's a full-grown man, and he's just got wisdom no one can imagine, and just being amazing. And so we missed that section in between there, between being born and being 30, until we look at Luke chapter 2. And in Luke chapter 2, we see Jesus as a 12-year-old. This is really the only glimpse we have of his upbringing as a 12-year-old, and how they go to the temple and they lose him, and they find him later on in the temple again. So let me just read it here. So we're looking at Luke 2. I'm going to start at, 47. So here's what it says. All who heard him were amazed at his understanding and his answers. So that's pretty cool there. First, Jesus is listening to them and he's asking them questions. And now they're listening to Jesus. Like these religious leaders are listening to Jesus now. And it says his parents didn't know what to think. They finally found him, and here he is in this room with all these religious leaders, and they're asking him questions, and they're amazed by his answers. Of course, they don't know what to think. Wow, what's going on with our son? They didn't know what to think. Son, his mother said to him, why have you done this to us? Your father and I have been frantically searching for you everywhere. But why did you need to search? He asked. Did you not know that I must be in my father's house? But they didn't understand what that meant. Then he returned to Nazareth with them, and he was obedient to them because they're his parents. He was obedient to them. And his mother stored these things in her heart. Jesus grew in wisdom and in stature and in favor with God and with all the people. And so we read this, and what I can take from this is that Jesus, he is fully human, right? We say this. He's fully God, but he's also fully human. As a human, he had to learn all of this stuff. He had to learn how to speak. He had to learn how to write down words. He had to learn how to say words. He had to learn how to spell. He had to learn how to eat food. He had to learn how to walk. All these things. There were no shortcuts to this. He was fully human. And because he was fully human, he needed to grow in wisdom and in stature. How much more do we need to do that as well? If we think we have all the answers, if we think we've finally made it, we're probably wrong. We also need to grow in wisdom with that as well. We need to grow in the wisdom of the Lord. So that's the message for today. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you tomorrow.